The format of the 8-event B-Division was adopted all the way back in Season 1, and here in Season 5 it hasn't changed one bit. Hello everybody and welcome to the B-Division for the Team Quadrilla Marble League. The 12 teams that didn't make it through the qualifiers plus the 4 teams that were relegated at the end of Season 4 will make up the 16 teams that participate in the B-Division for Season 5. We will kick things off with the relay race, which we saw not too long ago in the A-Division in the second event. Deep Divers, Venomous Vipers, Bobble Squad made up the podium in that event. We'll see how these teams, knowing what they saw in the A-Division event, respond to it in the first event of the B-Division. The test run between the Copperheads and the Ocean Ophidians will open things up before we get to the main show. About neck and neck, going to the halfway mark. Ocean Ophidians make a nice comeback though. In that third leg, they really pulled ahead, and every handoff here is an opportunity to make up ground and get ahead of your opponent. Very well demonstrated by the Ocean Ophidians in this test demonstration run. 6.06 seconds gives them the win over the Copperheads here. And hopefully we'll be seeing more of those back and forth victories in the main event. Slime Balls and Sinister Sprinters will start things off in Heat 1. Slime Balls coming from the A-Division, so are the Sinister Sprinters. Slime Balls first time in the B-Division though in Season 5. About neck and neck going towards the end. The Slime Balls will just about hold on over the Sinister Sprinters, but that was very close from start to finish between these two teams. Here's where the Sinister Sprinters try to close the gap a bit towards the final handoff. Pretty much nothing in it coming out of the final handoff, but the Sinister Sprinters just didn't have enough in the tank to get by the Slime Balls. Slimy will bring it home and advance to the quarterfinals. We will join one of the Winter Icicles and Team Nectar from the second heat. Also, both didn't make it out of the qualifiers in Season 5. Team Nectar, nice second leg for them, but Winter Icicles bring it back, and the Winter Icicles will stretch it in the anchor. Sleet, that is, the ending marble for the Winter Icicles, pulling ahead of Honey, the captain of Team Nectar here. It was about neck and neck once again out of the final handoff, but a bit more back and forth than the previous heat. And the Winter Icicles, by half a second, will get the win and join the Slime Balls in the quarterfinals. Now, Olive Orbs and the Heliospheres. Heliospheres relegated last season and just 15th in the B-Division in Season 4. Olive Orbs didn't qualify after coming from the A-Division. With Heliospheres, nice move in the third leg. They really got ahead there with Solar behind the Olive Orbs at the halfway point, but look at the speed of Solar compared to Olive Tree, the captain of the Olive Orbs. They had nothing to show for it. 6.25 for the Olive Orbs, 5.83. Great time for the Heliospheres, a team that struggled in the relay race in the past. And now, in Heat 4, Rock Pools and Deserters. Deserters dead last in the B-Division last season. Rock Pools, heartbreaking story in the qualifiers to barely not qualify. Deserters make a move on them in the third leg, but the Rock Pools will get them back in the anchor. Back and forth these two teams when Deserters were behind at the halfway point. Here's where they make a move to get the lead coming to the final leg, and the Rock Pools respond beautifully to get ahead of Deserters. Cove gets ahead of Atacama, and 5.78, that is one of the faster times we've seen of the day. The Rock Pools will move on. Majestic Melons and the Celestials now in Heat 5. Melons also first time they are in the B-Division. Celestials coming off relegation last season. Melons are ahead in the top leg. Celestials were going to try to close the gap. Oh, it's going to be very close towards the end. Majestic Melons and the Celestials. Who got it here? Melons were so far ahead at this point. Celestials try to close the back gap. Melons are ahead after the final handoff, but the Celestials just had more in the tank. 6.05 by 0.07 of a second. They will get ahead of the Majestic Melons. That was so close between those two teams, but the Melons were pipped just barely by the Celestials. Now, Amber Animals and Nickel Knights. Amber Animals won this event last season in the B-Division. Nickel Knights relegated last season in 14th place, but it's pretty close between these two teams though. But the Amber Animals will just about pull ahead in the anchor. Amber Animals and Nickel Knights pretty knotted at the end of the third leg. Amber Animals may have been slightly ahead, but they were even more ahead by the end of it. And 6.23, not the fastest times though for either team. 6.63 for the Nickel Knights. That is going to be dead last provisionally. Now, Floundering Fish and the Aquamarines. I mentioned Amber Animals were the winners of the B-Division in this event last season. Floundering Fish won this event from the A-Division last season. In fact, both of these teams coming off A-Division in Season 4. Aquamarines well out in front though. And the Aquamarines easily going to beat the Floundering Fish. Actually, Fish made a good game out of it at the end there. Tried to come back, but the gap was so far between them. at that point that the flattering fish, damselfish, could do nothing about it. And once again, both above 6 seconds, 6.16, not great for the aquamarines, a bit lucky to advance, and floundering fish, 6.33. Despite a great final leg, they were very slow out of the gate. Now, in the final heat, mountain climbers and the hazelnuts. Mountain climbers get a better start, but hazelnuts pull ahead in the second leg. Mountain climbers, can they catch up? No, they can't. Mountain climbers, they were too far behind after the second leg. You can see hazelnuts just pulling ahead there with Cobnut. And by that point, the hazelnuts has an easy gap, just didn't need to completely throw it away, and they did not. 5.75 for them, good times. Once again, we go back to the times under 6 seconds. The hazelnuts will get advancement. Mountain climbers, in fact, the only team that didn't advance, that did get a sub 6 second time, they will get 9th place. Then it's the Sinister Sprinters and Majestic Melons in 10th and 11th. And there you can see our matchups in the quarterfinals. Slime Balls and Winter Icicles will open it out. Slime Balls won this event in the A-Division back in Season 3. Disappointed to be in the B-Division for the first time with a chip on their shoulder. We'll see what they can do here. Winter Icicles coming from the B-Division last season. Oh, they're trailing right now, and they try to catch up. Might have closed up a bit towards the end, but not nearly enough to get by the Slime Balls. The Slime Balls will get a top 4 finish in this event. Great news for them after a terrible Season 4 in the A-Division, dead last in that season, but 5.77. They are putting in consistently good times here in this relay race. Winter Icicles, 3rd place in the B-Division last season. We'll see what they can do this time. They will get a place from 5th to 8th. Now, Heliospheres and the Rock Pools. The next quarterfinal. About neck and neck, going to the halfway mark. Heliospheres now slightly ahead, and the anchor, Helios, pulls ahead at the end, and the Heliospheres will also be guaranteed a top 4 finish. The Slime Balls and the Heliospheres, two teams that didn't get a single medal last season, one of them is guaranteed a podium here, and 5.52 seconds, that is a great time for the Heliospheres. In the far side, the Rock Pools, 6.03, could do nothing to beat them. Now, Celestials and the Amber Animals, some surprises perhaps already showing here in the B-Division. Celestials slightly ahead in the top leg. Amber Animals, can they catch up? They try to catch up. Oh, it's going to be close towards the end there. Celestials and the Amber Animals, I have no idea who got the win here. Amber Animals behind at the halfway mark, catch up, close that gap towards the anchor leg. And they are knotted right towards the end. We'll see what timing and scoring says, but I cannot tell. And 5.65 seconds for both teams. We are tied, and we're going to have to do a tiebreaker race. The first time this season we have to do a tiebreaker of any sort between the Celestials and the Amber Animals to see who advances to the semifinals. Celestials pull ahead this time. The Amber Animals cannot catch up. And the Celestials, easy victory here. Amber Animals probably lost all of their energy from that first run of the quarterfinal. And the Celestial, a team that has medaled in the relay race before, they are also guaranteed a top 4 finish, bettering every event they did last season in the B-Division with a 5.38 seconds. That is one of the fastest times of the day. They will face one of the Aquamarines and the Hazelnuts in the final quarterfinal. Hazelnuts got silver in this event in the B-Division last season. Aquamarines are pretty close with them, but the Hazelnuts pull ahead in the 3rd leg, and the anchor brings it home for the Hazelnuts. Ahead of the Aquamarines, Hazelnuts will face the Celestials in the semifinals. The Aquamarines will go no further. First time they are in the B-Division since Season 2. The terrible qualifiers for them. 5.73 though, that shouldn't be the worst time in the quarterfinals. We'll see what it is from 5th to 8th. It is 6th place for the Aquamarines. Amber Animals, of course, the only team to tie. They will get 5th place. Then it's the Winter Icicles in 7th and the Rock Pools in 8th place. But there, our final 4 to see who gets the medals in the first B-Division event. Slime Balls and Heliospheres will start things off in the first semi-final. Neither got a single medal last season. One of them will be guaranteed no less than silver. The Slime Balls, a team that has done so well in the relay race before. Heliospheres have never done well in the relay race before, but the Slime Balls just have a bit more in the tank. And the Slime Balls will go on to the final. They will get no less than silver. That is great for their first ever B-Division event. The Heliospheres will have to battle for the bronze medal, but great times by both. 5.53 for the Slime Balls, 5.75 for the Heliospheres. We'll see what the other semi-final can do. Celestials and the Hazelnuts here to see who faces the Slime Balls for the gold medal. About neck and neck in the first leg. Hazelnuts will pull ahead in the second though. Can the Celestials catch up? No, Hazelnuts stretch it in the anchor. Celestials, in fact, very slow in that final leg. The Hazelnuts, they got a silver medal in this event last season, hoping to do one better this time and get a gold medal to start things off in the B Division in Season 5. 5.92 for them, 6.78, very slow for the Celestials. That's the slowest time of the day so far. But now we go on to the bronze match. Celestials, no time to waste for them. They are battling the Heliospheres here for the lowest step of the podium. And off they go. Heliospheres and Celestials. Who gets the bronze here? Celestials pull ahead in the second leg. Heliospheres are too far back, and the Celestials will capture bronze in the first event of the B Division here. After not getting a single medal last season and getting relegated, they will start in the top 3 of the B Division standings this time. That's great news for the Celestials. 6.08 seconds to 6.45 to them, and they will get the bronze. But now we turn our sights to the final to see who gets the first gold of the B Division in Season 5. Slimeballs, a team that has won the relay race before, versus Hazelnuts, coming off silver in this event last season. Slimeballs are slightly ahead in the third leg. Can the Hazelnuts catch up? They will not, and the Slimeballs will capture their first gold since Season 3. Their first medal since Season 3 after a terrible Season 4. It's redemption for them, back at the top of the standings for the first time. Hazelnuts will get the silver once again in the relay race, but the Slimeballs, a team that has been on top in the Team Quadrilla Marble League 3 seasons ago, they'll be on top in the B Division, at least after the first event here, ahead of the Hazelnuts and the Celestials. Hat tip to the Heliospheres for getting 4th place as well, and the Amber Animals will round out the 5th spot. So of course the Slimeballs lead the way in the standings ahead of the Hazelnuts and the Celestials, and it's the Heliospheres, Amber Animals in 4th and 5th. But looking at the bottom 4, the relegation zone of the B Division, the Olive Orbs, Team Nectar, Floundering Fish, and the Nickel Knights will start in the bottom 4 after the first event. We'll be back in the A Division next time for a brand new event, the Snake Egg Shootout, and then the classic Quadrilla race.